The Bayelsa Queens, after a long time not winning the league, it's a nice time of the cake for them to win the league. They're back at the pinnacle of where they should be. You have said it all because they are star success side. They've been unlucky for some years now. But getting there, because yesterday I thought maybe the luck would go against them, but the first half, they couldn't get that goal. Yeah. But they kept their nerves, they were resilient, they kept their composure, and they got the good 2 goals yesterday. And I knew it yesterday that Boro would get that goal. He got the second goal because it was devastating, was all over the attack. And kudos to the Nasarawa Amazons ladies too. You know, it's not easy losing your two top players and playing against the stars of the style like that. But Yemi, Cecilia, to my surprise in the first half, they kept their cool. They kept their cool. But you know, in football, when you have qualities of department, it will affect you. I didn't mean that the attack was there for them.
Was there for Nasarawa, yes.
They allowed a soccer punch against the Bayelsa Queens, but they couldn't get it. And the Bayelsa Queens ladies, they kept their cool. And one thing again, I was happy. Though I expected the prize money should be more than that. But we should start from somewhere.
Can you put some money into the league, please?
I wouldn't mind.
Big boy, I mean, when the more companies want to put in money, I mean, the more the higher the price.
That's what I'm saying. That's the price. 2 million.
2 million.
Social Queens went to win $1 million.
Yeah.
And again, you know, Rivers are just
they don't have sponsors. So if you put in your money, forget it. We can have 50.
You know, Cecilia, live success. Quality as a way of attracting people. If you continue like this, there'll be a time that will get sponsors.
Okay.
Me, I'm not a knee-jerk person. I'm a person that follows the process. You should follow the process, play good football, you understand, invest in the players,
sort out the
organization, sort out the security issues.
I mean, which has been good for the past 3 years. Yeah, it's been good for the ladies.
We the men, we should learn from you people.
Thank you.
You are doing the right thing. We should learn from you.
Kudos to the board because they've been doing a good job. Now, let's get the first reaction now coming from Ginika. Ike Ginika. She was actually with Nasarawa Amazons when they won the league last season. And now with Bayelsa Queens, she also won the league with them.
In fact, it's a thing of joy because I think it's God. Honestly, it's not as if we are fantastic like that, but I know it's God. We just came, at least in Nigeria, we are one of the best. If you find the under 17, under 20, and even the Falcons, they are here in Bayelsa Queens. So when I was in Nasarawa, by the grace of God, it was a stepping stone for me to be here. And I believe my coming year has, you know, we have a national team call-up also. So I don't think any club is a threat for us again in Nigeria, honestly. So I believe we are going to win that championship and maintain our champion and also become the #1 in Nigeria,
Yeah, they're ready to actually continue. I mean, you see the beauty of it now. They've won it. And she says, okay, they are champions. The championship shield, of course, is going to come. And it's going to be between them and Rivers Angels. Already, I mean, they want to remain champion.
Yeah, well, but I think that will be very tough for them, understanding that Rivers Angels know how to really dig deep and get those kind of fights. So it's unfortunate they've not gotten it back-to-back. I mean, they
finished last back-to-back.
Well, but I don't know. A lot seem not to be going right, especially with the mentality of the players. And I think it has to do a lot about motivation. I don't know. The Rivers State government hasn't really been keen about the girls of late, and it's really not encouraging.
They couldn't come 2 weeks at a time.
It's looking like they are becoming champions all the time, and you know it's becoming unattractive. And I don't know. It's really not fair enough. It's part of why these girls want to play. They will always want to give their best, and it also speaks volume of why they've made bulk of the national team. And now you hardly could speak now. It's only a few players that makes it right now to the national team, not compared to the past where you see Rivers Angels almost making the bulk of the team, like you say, not less than 8-7 players in the women's national team, but not anymore. So I think the state government needs to really do more, investing, supporting, encouraging these girls to come out and play more. And at least the Bayelsa Queens, you can't be surprised that they had huge support from their state government, and that's played toll on how they turn out on Sunday.
Okay, a lot has been said already, so let's listen to the technical advisor of the victorious ladies, Moses Adiku. What do you have to say about the ingredients that came together, all the things that they put into that success, talking about the Super 4. Listen to him and come back for more on Sports this morning.
I told them we've defeated Nasarawa before in Djibouti. We defeated them 2-1. in the Aito Cup. And it was a very difficult game. I said, even though it's going to be difficult, remember we won them before, we can do it again. And you know, when the game ended first half 0-0, all I told them in the dressing room, just take up your game a little bit. First 15 minutes, you get the first goal. And less than 2 minutes, we got the first goal. We prepared well. Though the guys were complaining that coach, every other teams are on break. I say yes. Rivers can go on break because they have Aito Cup in their kitchen. Nasarawa can go on break because they won the last women's league. And Sunshine, sometime or the other, won the Aito Cup. So they can go on break. But you don't need to go on break. You have not won anything. You are not a champion. Nobody knows you. So 27, you must report to camp. If you don't report to camp, half of your salary will be gone. And I bet you, 27, all my guests are intact. And we started working out. We spent the new year in Bayelsa, every one of them. And I observed discipline is now in the team. When I came into the team mid-season, I observed that this character of they feel they know how to play, but there's more to it. You must be disciplined, you must be determined to win cups. So that is what I instill in them.
All right, so all the ingredients of the success, and hopefully we'll see how far they can go with that. But let's go on the flip side. Nasarawa Amazons, the coach, highlighting what you guys have said earlier about some of the star players not being available and some of the reasons why it was painful for them to lose in the final.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hear from him now, talking about Christopher Danjuma. It depends that the two key players who left, talking about Anam Imo and also Amarachi Okonkwo, and the fact that the club didn't really want them to leave and the season hasn't ended. Well, let's hear from him.
We will have toughened our mentality better than we did against River Angels, not at the same par. And I think it will have done the whole magic. We'll have raised the power of our mentality, make it tougher, and I'm telling you, it will have just been a done deal. Our players need to be educated as per what contract is. If the local league has produced these players and they have not completed their contract here, the league should not be denied their services in times like this in seeing good football. Yes, of course, their absence was felt. We built this team together, we got to where we got to together, playing 14 straight matches without losing. I mean, we lost only once throughout the league. And then two players just, when we were about, when planes were flying the people, we didn't do any rejoinder because we just knew we don't know anything about that. As far as we are concerned, they are our players, but they say they cannot play because they are involved in another contract. We've been beefing up our team, seriously, knowing that we will not have their services, so we're really doing that, toughen our mentality and make sure we don't go empty again.
That is really key, beef of the team, knowing that these two key players, no matter what he's saying, they're gone, and of course they want to play European football. But it's really sad that when they're making these moves, the clubs usually are not in the known. That's my peak away from it. I mean, agents, how do you transfer players and not inform the club formally that these players have gotten another contract, or just allowing them to finish, with the Super 4, then they can actually move. Just help the team.
The major problem with intermediaries is that when the love of money comes in anything you do, they gestation the process, and they don't care about the effect on the club. One thing we should do is that we should harmonize our calendar with the European calendar. We're in a global village. The pool of playing in the Euro, you cannot stop players from going there. And even if you want them to stay, the man will not be able to play. They won't be motivated. So the major thing we should do as a nation is to harmonize our calendar. If you harmonize our calendar by finishing our league around May, you understand, starting our league around September, without the window of June, July, August, everything will have been sorted out. Okay. This kind of situation will not happen. And, do you understand?
Sam, well, basically, I think for the case of Anam Imo and Amarachi, I think it's a situation where, according to understandings and reports, where we had both of them had their contracts expiring with the team. That was Nasarawa Amazons, and I think they were free to move. But you really can't blame the players, really. Why? Because one, the protracted league season, with such a delay, the crisis and everything, played toll on where we had a spillover. We only concluded the last season in the new year. So it's really disappointing. But again, I think we hope things improve and we don't get to see a repeat of this happening, playing, they concluded the new season, the current year in 2020. So I think it's the 2017-2018 league season that was concluded yesterday. So,
but the aspect I'm asking is why the club were not even informed about this.
No, well, basically because the players' contract had expired, and before it expired, they should have naturally completed their season.
Precisely.
They were
within that period. So but at the same time, I think there is also an issue, an area where we think CAF and the NFF to need to be more stringent on is
Women's League.
They are ensuring that the transfer system now Nigeria gets involved in the transfer system. It's been mounted around, but I've not seen the implementations. FIFA introduced this 2 years ago, and a lot of countries, I think for the start, had like 25 countries are now already part of the transfer system. And you could easily view transfers that happens around the various clubs, and you can easily assess them. So I think some of these things we get to know at CAF level. Even at CAF level, countries complain, they don't even have understanding of some of their players who move. You saw the case of Rivers Angels, where some of the players were being cautioned that they were not going to be playing. They were being protested against during the Federation Cup. So, and at that point in time, it exposed some of the loopholes in the transfer of women players. It could happen for men, but I doubt if that really is as much as we're seeing now with women footballers. So it's important. CAF, NFF need to work on this, see how we implement the transfer system for our Nigerian teams and Nigerian players. It could be visible for everyone. Even if you are moving on a free transfer, let's be aware, where are you moving to? Where are the confirmations? So a lot of players have been moving. We don't have confirmation for their club, but we don't see on social media they have moved. But for people like us who follow them, we look at either the club they are leaving or the new clubs to confirm if truly those deals went through.
So, sorry, let me comment at this level.
Okay.
It is said that, as I said, the players' contract had expired and they moved. To me, that's a fault on the part of the club. 6 months to the end of their contract, I think a serious club, the management and the administration, should have sat these players down and renew their contracts. Because the reason why is that it has a loss on the part of the club. The went off free transfer, the club gets nothing. The club's got nothing. And now the transfer pool introduced by FIFA, when they introduced the intermediary and cancelled the transfer agent, the agent's exam, is there for NFA to just manage just the database. Once you connect to the FIFA website, it connects you directly as a national association. And with the national association and CAF, this thing will be harmonized. But to me, I'm sending a note of warning to club officials and administrators. Get your records right. It's quite unfortunate that in Nigeria, players sign for a year, 1.5 years. It is wrong. Put your players on a long-term contract, 3 years, 4 years, 6 months of the time of the...
They want to go.
I think that's something we'll need to discuss some other time on women's football transfer. Now let's listen to Aisha Falode, how proud she is concerning the Super 4.
I said we're going to have good football. That's all we can give to the fans at this point. And the fans had good football. The ambience was good. The weather was cooperative. We had the compliments of our ex-players who were also here. Everything was just together. Even the media, we are so thankful to you guys, because without the media, really, we have no business playing this game. We said that the Super 4 this year was going to be different from last year. Last year we had a round robin. This year it was knockout. So it brought more excitement. It brought more hunger amongst the teams, because they knew that once they lost a game, the chances of playing the final was zero, because a winner had to emerge in every game. And the final between the defending champions and Bielsa Queens was something else. The 2 goals that were scored, the artistry of the football that was displayed here today, it's something that I'm amazed with, that I'm very proud to say that. So there's this quality in the Nigerian Women's League. This Women's League can compete with any in the world now. I can stand here without no fear of contradiction to tell you that. And everybody can bear witness to what they saw here today. The goals are archival goals. The 2 goals that were scored by Bielsa Queens, it was out of the deep. It was a goal that was the move towards the goal and making the goal. You can see there was so much thought put into it, so much intelligence of play. And this is what we want to see in the Nigerian Women's League. So I would say I'm satisfied, and I'm sure that the board of the Nigeria Women's Football League, we will keep doing what we are doing, and we can only build on the successes that we've recorded from 2017 to 18, and I'm sure that by the time we play the 2019 Super 4, it will be something greater than what we have this year.